Well, hi everyone. It's Kim Murtola, your favorite Tupperware lady. By the way, did you know that all you have to do is go down here and click on share to share my videos? Please feel free to share any of them with any of your friends that you think would be interested. Okay, so today we are going to make a frozen lemon cream pie. I have everything out and ready. It does call for something that's not typically sold in the United States, at least easily found in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, arrowroot biscuits. So I'm going to use good old graham crackers. It calls for 12 arrowroot biscuits, and you're supposed to put them in your food processor. So of course we're going to put them in our Power Chef. All right, my camera's slipping out. Okay, so I've already done 6 in here. Oh shoot. Okay, so I've already done 6 in here. Okay, that's about 10 pulls. And I'm going to do the rest. I just counted, it said 12 biscuits, and in England a biscuit is a cookie. So I just did 12 of these. So basically 6 graham crackers. And so we're going to make a graham cracker crust. And this time of year, you know, it's really easy. Okay, that's 15 pulls. And yes, I do know that they sell graham cracker crusts at the store. So I've got a couple large chunks in there, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a few more pulls because we really don't want any large chunks. Okay, look at that, 25 pulls, okay? And so in here, we're going to add 1/4 cup of castor sugar, which is just regular granulated sugar. And then we're also going to add a half a stick of melted butter. Okay. And then, oops, there we go. Okay, some of the butter wound up here on the side, so I'm just going to knock it down and make sure that it gets incorporated all the way. Okay, so I have 2 of our silicones here. I have the muffin pan, the muffin form, and then I have the small round form. So I'm just going to put some graham cracker crust in here. So I found a really good way to form these is to just take your pestle, if you have a mortar and pestle, and just tamp it down like that, okay? Now we've got to make the filling, or no, now I have to bake these for 5 minutes in the oven. Okay, so we're going to make some homemade whipped cream for the part of the filling. So I've got our whipping mix, and I have 1 cup of cold, and you want to make sure this is cold. Don't leave it out. So cold, heavy whipping cream. And then I have 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And I have 1/4 cup, like my old Tupperware measuring cups and measuring spoons. Okay, so now this has some teeth back here, and you want to make sure that the teeth line up right here inside the handle. And so we're just going to turn. Okay, so it takes about 2 minutes to get whipped cream that has stiff peaks on it. All right, so I'm going to take this out. Let's see how it tastes. Yummy. I'm going to put this in a bowl. Okay, so now we're going to make the filling, and I'm just going to use the whip and mix again. And I've got, it calls for lemon curd. That's not something that we have here in the States. So this is lemon pie filling, and it's just 1 1/4 cups. And then I have a 1/2 cup of sweetened condensed milk. This reminds me of my grandmother. This is what she put in her tea instead of sugar. And she didn't have Tupperware, so she just put a piece of saran wrap over it, held it with a rubber band. Okay. And then, it calls for a block of softened cream cheese. This is just sitting out at room temperature, so I hope that that's going to work. All right, now the beautiful thing about the whip and mix is that it's got some different gears. It has 2 different gears, and so to do this, it's very thick. I'm going to use the second gear, and then as it starts blending, I will change it to the first gear. Okay, so again, I'm going to put it down here like this, and here's where our gears are. And I have, if you see, there's a number 1 over here and a number 2 over here. So I'm just turning it there. And all right, so I'll be back. I wish I'd done that live. This took about 2 minutes. So I'm just going to see. It does need a little bit more mixing. Okay, so this really came out well. Now, if I were doing this for people other than me and my husband, I might not use my fingers as much. But it's just the 2 of us. I did wash my hands before I started. And it's just so easy to clean these by doing this. I find these easier than the regular blender blades. Anyway, okay, so here we are, and it's, I don't know, it's light and fluffy. And now I'm just going to add, I took a cup, 3/4 of the cup, of the whipped cream that we made. And I'm just going to fold that in. Well, I didn't even notice that my other video ended and this one started. So anyway, I have folded in the whipped cream, and now what I'm going to do is I have our cooled crusts, and I'm just going to put some of this in there. I'll be back. Okay, so here we are. I had a little bit of graham cracker crust left over, so I just kind of sprinkled that on the top. I'm going to go stick this in the freezer for 2 hours, and I will post a picture when I'm done. Oh my word, my dishes. I have to get those clean. Thanks for being here with me. Bye-bye.